G'day, it's Rob here again. Well, back in October last year, I reviewed this 3-piece boring bar set from Banggood, and I've got to say it's one of the best bits of kit I've got out of Banggood to date. It's really, really good. It's not expensive, it's great. I've got a heap of boring bars, but as you can see, this doesn't work. This one particularly gets used all the time. It's a great little insert. It uses a CCMT 0602 insert. It's very small, and you can get into small bores with it, which is what you want. You know, you want small diameter ones. They do all the work. They're most regularly used, the handiest. Anyway, these work good, and they do a beautiful finish. And I was looking at them, and I thought, you know, this insert, I reckon this would be a great facing and finishing insert, because, and you could actually use the boring bar in this orientation and basically face across the end of your work with it, or you could come along and it's got a very shallow attack angle and you could use that as a finishing cutter, you know, so you could actually use the boring bar for that purpose. And I thought, I wonder if Banggood have got other holders that take this insert. So I had a look to see, and there was only one. They've got one left-hand insert holder for that particular style. So I thought, okay, I'll get it and we'll have a look at it. And it's not very expensive. I mean, you can buy it with the insert holder and 3 inserts for, I think it was $8. Yeah, $8. Or you can, that's American. Or you can get it with a box of 10 inserts for $11. So, you know, you're better off to buy it with the box of 10 inserts, and you've got all those inserts chucked in basically for just a few extra bucks. So anyway, they sent one across to me, and so here's a screen grab on what it actually looks like. So here's what you get. Here's the holder, extremely well made, very, very nice. And 10 inserts, little wrench and a container. Now, if you compare the one they've sent me to my regular turning kit, you can see it's a bit longer. And that actually could be a bit of a nuisance in the toorpost, because I use a 4-way. So as they sent me 2 of these, 2 sets for some reason, I've already trimmed one of them off, and to shorten it to this length, which is more convenient. And I've got to say, the metal is bloody hard. I mean, it is damn hard. I used a friction disc to cut it, and it took a long time to go through. It is super hard steel, so quality-wise, yeah, you can't knock it. And certainly the finish on it and the fit is great. So I suppose now let's try it in action and just see how it works. Now, this insert is listed as 80-degree insert, and the Banggood spec says 90, but that's wrong. It's also listed as being finishing to medium turning, and it's suitable for stainless steel and cast iron. So, you know, I've gone and checked the specs out on it. So this is some stainless steel. I've already faced across it with this, but we'll do it again. I'll put the light on so we can probably get a better view. How's that look? Okay, so we'll come in and just do a pass across it. This is at 612 RPM. Now I knew it was going to do a good finish because I'd already tried it, but as you can see, that's done a great job on the stainless steel. So I haven't gone crossways with it, so I'll try that now. Unlock the carriage, and we'll try it as a finishing. Well, we'll try it as a finishing cutter on this. See how it goes. It's on fine feed. Did a nice job, not bad. So it works good on stainless, and yeah, so far so good. Let's try it on a bit of crappy, soft, mild steel and see how it works on that. Right, here's some pretty ordinary mild steel that I've gone across and just faced with my TCMT insert, a regular insert. So now we'll bring in the new insert, and we'll come in on this. You've got to say that's pretty damn good, isn't it? It's certainly better than the TCMT. So yeah, it's done a nice job on what is really pretty ordinary steel. So overall, yeah, it's lived up to its expectations. It did exactly what I thought it would do. Now, I mean, I'm not saying rush out and buy this just for facing or general turning. You know, it's a good finishing cutter, but I'm just saying, mainly if you've got the boring bar set, this is really actually a good addition to it because you get to use the same insert. So, you know, you can top up your inserts for your boring bars and buy a holder at the same time. I think it's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty pleased with it. So I'll use it as my facing off cutter permanently in this boring bar now, and still keep my TCMTs for the general turning. Okay, now it's pretty small, so I reckon it should work in the shear line pretty good. So let's put it in a baby shear line and see how it goes on that bit of stainless steel that I turned earlier. Well, unfortunately, we can't use it on my shear line because the centre height of the insert is just a bit too high. It's just slightly above the centre line of the lathe, using the standard shear line tool post, tool holder. I mean, if you've got a shear line and you want to use one of these, well, it's just a matter of make up another one of these and just make it a bit lower because they're very simple, just a block of aluminium with a slot, you know, milled in it. So it's no big deal. I think it should work on here pretty nicely, you know, given the size of the thing, and it seemed to cut pretty effortlessly. So yeah, no go on my shear line. Bad luck. So what about the old Schwalben and the new alloy quick change tool post that so many people love to hate in that last video? Actually, I'm really pleased that those people unsubscribed because I won't have to put up with their belly aching anymore. But and I hope they find Shangri-La somewhere else, and don't bother coming back, guys. Okay. So having said that, let's try this and just see if this little jigger here works and whether this little jigger here works. So we'll do it. looks pretty good to me, so let's go crosswise and see how we get on. Well, that came up beautiful, but the Shawman's really not meant, it's not cut out for carbide really. I've just basically never used carbide on this thing. It will chatter. That's just the nature of the beast. I'd rather use high-speed steel on it. But anyway, it worked okay, did a good job, but I had to go quite lightly with it. So there you go. Yeah, as a cutter, great, really good. And the toolpost didn't fall off or do anything really bad. Okay, let's sum up. Well, it worked fine as far as I'm concerned. It's a quality product. It did what I expected. It did good facing and finishing. Yeah, it's a worthy addition to your boring bar set if you've got the boring bar set. If you haven't got the boring bar set, it's still, yeah, a good little thing to have for, well, facing off on the end anyway. I like that aspect. I'll be using that for sure as my primary facing cutter, and you can use it for finishing as well. So okay, that's it from me. Hope you found it interesting, and see you around.